Good morning, student. I am SK sir. Today I am going to discuss on topic atomic number. Now we have to know that what is the atomic number. Now we define it. It is the number of protons that present in an element. So it is called atomic number. It is denoted as capital letter Z. Atomic number where we represent it Z, and we know that the atomic number is equal to number of proton. So we denoted it P. So we know that Z is equal to P. Atomic number as represented as, suppose we take hydrogen and just below is given capital Z letter, in which H represented as the symbol of hydrogen element, whereas Z is represented as the symbol of atomic number. We always keep in your mind that H is an element, whereas Z is atomic number of given element. Suppose hydrogen is an element which atomic number 1 is written as, then we know that Z of hydrogen, that means atomic number of hydrogen Z is 1, then Z is equal to number of protons, that means atomic number Z is equal to number of protons. If Z is 1, then P is also 1. Atomic number 1, that means number of proton is also 1. We know that number of protons is equal to number of electrons. So P is equal to number of E. That means number of proton is equal to number of electron. If P is equal to 1, proton is equal to number 1, then number of electron is also 1. In this way, we derive Z, that means atomic number, P, that means number of proton, and E, that means number of electron from any elements. Atomic number is equal to number of protons that present in any elements. So we represent atomic number as capital letter Z, and number of proton we represent it P. So number of protons is equal to number of electrons. Now we represent number of proton as P and number of electron as small e. Here the represented number of proton P is equal to number of electron E. We take an example, hydrogen. If Z of hydrogen is equal to 1, then we know that number of Z is equal to number of protons. We represent atomic number Z is equal to number of protons. If number of atomic Z is 1, then number of proton is also 1. If number of proton is 1, as know that number of proton is equal to number of electrons. So if number of proton is 1, then number of electron is also 1. In this way, we derive Z, E and P. Z that means atomic number, P that means number of protons, and E that means number of electrons that present in any element. Like this, any element we can take it like lithium. If Z of lithium is equal to 3, we know number of Z is equal to number of protons. Number of protons, we represent Z is as atomic number and P that is represented as number of protons. If Z is 3, then P is also 3. Atomic number Z is equal to 3, so number of proton is also 3. As we know that number of protons is equal to number of electrons. If number of protons in lithium is 3, so electrons also 3. In this way, we derive any element which Z, P and E. We easily calculate as a practice. If some elements like sodium, magnesium, calcium and chlorine are given, in which Z is cleared, sodium, where the Z of sodium is 11. We know that number of Z is equal to number of protons. If atomic number Z is 11, then number of protons also 11. We know number of protons is equal to number of electrons. If protons are 11, so number of electrons are also 11. In this way, we calculate Z as atomic number, P as a number of protons, and E as a number of electrons from any elements. In this way, we calculate it. Now the Z of magnesium. If Z of magnesium is given as 12, so we know that number of Z is equal to number of protons. So number of Z is equal to 12. So number of proton also given 12. In this way, if number of protons is equal to number of electron, so number of proton is 12, so number of electron are also 12. So we easily calculate of any element in which Z, that means atomic number, P, that means number of protons, and E, that means number of electrons that are present in any element. So if we have observed this formula, we can take any elements Z, E, P very easily. It has been provided practice set so that children can evaluate yourself. And thanks for watching this video.